The U.S. funds and conducts a great deal of the world's science, right? Which means it's happening in our borders, and it's our democratic decision about what to do and not do, how to regulate it, what to put off limits. But in reality, our decisions have consequences for other nations, for other people, and for the world population that benefits from medical breakthroughs. I don't think we have a good answer for that. So we see continuing what people will call outsourcing or movement of research from one country to another. So we see a greater development of primate research in Asia, for example. We see that some of that happens when one country changes their laws or increases regulatory burden or responds to activism that results in threats and harassment, right? So is that a good thing? I don't know the answer. I have my own viewpoint, but I don't think we have enough attention to the issue. Similarly, we often heard in the chimpanzee decisions in the last few years, the US is one of only 2 countries that do chimpanzees research. That's actually not true. So European scientists do their work here with US populations of chimps. Canadian companies were contracting with US labs to do their work here. The science actually doesn't have borders, so it goes everywhere. So who decides becomes a question that I think we need to grapple with and discuss more. So who's at the table? Who's at the table at this meeting? Who's at the table when we have international conversations about research? Those are complicated. I focus on the chimpanzee situation because I think it's one of the current and best examples. And what we've seen there is the work move to here. I think with monkey work, we may be seeing it increasingly moving to Asia. The venue in which that conversation occurs, I don't know. I think there are differences between countries, between cultures in terms of transparency and in terms of values. And what seems to be the case right now is there are scientific meetings, international scientific meetings, where the scientific results are shared. There is an increasing move by groups like ALAC to do global programs, but those aren't really the same thing as having a concerted effort on what's the best path forward and how can we organize it? Can we organize it? Within 20 to 30 years in the US, the only chimpanzees that'll be left are those in zoos, for example. Is that a good thing? The US used to provide some of the only stable resources for chimpanzee research, behavioral research. We won't have that anymore. Does that matter? Those are the kinds of questions I don't see a venue for people to discuss, and I don't know what it means.